You don't need another one, another person to create content. What you need is someone to explain how reps are consuming the content and whether the content really helps the execution or not.
I think that's important, right? So I think that is actually a really good point that you hit on there is no one needs more content. We need the right content. We need to be able to digest the content. And throughout the sales process, we need to be able to regurgitate the content to our prospects. Having too much content is almost like not having any in the first place. Right. I see that firsthand, right? So this is our probably 40th episode of this show. We have another 170 episodes on the other show, not to mention all of the ebooks and blog articles and white papers and how-tos that Haley Marketing has put together. So we have an outrageous amount of content, all of which helps our team, helps our sales reps, helps our industry. But I know firsthand what you're speaking to. When I need to find an answer to something and I need to dig through the catalog, it could be a challenge for sure. So I think you're spot on with that. Having a lot of content, while it can be helpful, the sales team and your sales reps need to know how to leverage it, how to use it, need to be able to actually articulate that to the prospect, because at the end of the day, that's what matters most.
Exactly. And what happens in reality, when you realize that you need that part, that component in the puzzle, so you either create content or you just basically push the responsibility to the reps. Guys, This is the new content. These are the new playbooks. So find the time to practice, to brush up, to catch up, to review that latest content. And we expect to see some, improvement in your upcoming calls. That's a reactive approach. That's not what sales enablement needs to do. In my opinion, and I've been doing that, quite enough. What needs to happen instead is you need to actually get everyone together. You need to go through the content. You need to show them where the content is in order to help them find that content, when the need arises. What works best is practicing together. And that's, I think, one of the critical areas that most businesses, from small, medium businesses to mature businesses, they fail. This is like a very common pitfall. This is like the biggest challenge for leaders and for any other decision makers, that they don't build an ecosystem that allows reps to practice. And even worse, reps don't get any feedback. The only feedback they get is on those forecasting meetings, or someone slaps them on the head or snaps them on the head, whatever the expression is. Sorry, when it's too late. And in most cases, it feels like you're diagnosing a problem which happened in the past, and you're not providing them with real-time feedback, or bottom line, you're not providing them with user-friendly ecosystem that allows them to improve in time with someone who can actually provide them real feedback, and not just pushing the responsibility on the reps to do it on their own, because they won't do it.
It's interesting. The feedback loop in sales is essentially, did you get the close or did you not? Exactly. Which could be let's say it's a 60-day or a 90-day sales cycle. So within that 60 to 90-day cycle, though, you have touch points with that prospect. You have phone calls, you have emails, whatever it might be in your sales system, right? You have all of these touch points. I like where you're going with that. Is the feedback loop, though, is did you close? Did you not? It's yes or no, but there's no feedback throughout the process. There's no training, no coaching throughout the process to say, hey, we may have landed on yes, should this call gone this way.
Exactly.
And because of no role practice, because we're not coaching our sales reps throughout the process, it's just, did you get the order? No, your sales are down, and there's no coaching throughout the whole shift.